Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Thank you very much for clicking on it. I really appreciate it. Today I am continuing on my EXO journey, continuing to watch some music videos that I haven't seen yet, and I think continuing to go in order. We've got 3 more that I haven't seen that I didn't watch in my initial mini marathon of stuff that I did as part of a request, which is why they were missed out. But yeah, we've got 3 more. So we've got Wolf. We have, hang on, let me double check. We've got Wolf, GROWL, and Love Me Right. All of which I know of, am familiar with to an extent through covers, but I haven't heard or nor seen the originals in their entirety, I don't think. I know I definitely haven't seen them. I don't think I've heard the originals in full. I've probably heard the choruses here and there, but everything else I've only heard through covers. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting time. Always have a good time when I'm checking out an EXO thing. Let's get into it. Oh, in case anyone is wondering, by the way, regarding Dio's solo release, because I know some teasers have dropped and will continue to drop, like in terms of like the what is it, mood samplers? Is that what they're called? Those things. I plan on actually checking them all out later in the week once they're all out. So I think I'm going to do it on Friday, and then obviously the MV and album drops on Monday. So I do plan on checking out the teasers, but I'm just going to wait until, you know, all of them are out so I can check them out all at once and get very, very excited. But I have been seeing the teaser images on Twitter. He looks exquisite, and I'm very, very excited for the release, which obviously I will be checking out. If that wasn't abundantly clear. Anyway, let's get into this. So starting off with Wolf, like I said, this is one that I have heard people do covers of plenty of times, but haven't seen nor heard the original in its entirety. So yeah. Oh, once again, I'm only doing the Korean versions of these because the Chinese versions get blocked. Yay. Anyway, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, that's an opening pose. Wild. It's very cool. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that scent, like. Oh, honey, no. I'm not going to talk about it. Ooh. I'm not going to talk about the hair, but you guys know. You guys know what I'm thinking. I'm sure you guys have all thought it a million times, but that little vocal moment was... gorgeous. Oh wait, is this full group? Or were those dancers? No, okay, I think those were just dancers. I can't get over how baby they all look. I feel like there's probably not a soul, like, in the K-pop sphere that doesn't know this hook. Maybe it is the rest of the group and they're just doing that thing where they bring in... Ooh. That's a whole wolf. Oh, that harmony is gorgeous. That phase is intense. Ooh. That had some impact. Okay, so yeah, it does have moments of the other members. That's cool. And they're featured in the choreo. I really like how they do that. This piano is gorgeous. Because okay, so that's interesting. So I'm intrigued when, because obviously there are moments where with these Korean versions and Chinese versions with XOM and XOK, right? So I mean, I know this says EXO, so it's not specifically XOK, it's just Korean version, but you guys get it. So at what point did it shift? I can't remember. I remember it mentioned it in the guide, but what point did it shift from being like XOK and XOM to just EXO, but they still did Korean and Chinese versions? It's very confusing. And like, I know it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, and it is great that we get to see a little bit of everyone. But for whatever reason, I was looking at this and just like expecting to just see like XOK. I don't know, like I said, it doesn't really matter, but if you're wondering why I was being a dum-dum and just being like, is it just the XOK members? That's why I was thinking that. But given that Chen just had that note and we saw zoom in before, because up until that point of seeing zoom in, like everything was moving too quickly that I couldn't pick out the specific faces, so I was just like, I'm not sure. I'm explaining too much. You guys get it. I was confused, but now I'm not. Anyway. That's my boy. That's, oh god, that note carried on. Oh, have they gone into their respective units there? Oh, that's cool. That is very cool. So it is kind of like... Wait, we'll get to you. We'll get to you in just a second. So it is kind of like they're still playing into that XOK XOM thing, but they've just merged them all together. It is a super cool idea and a very cool concept. I do find it quite confusing. But that's simply because like my brain just can't keep up with like, when is it full group, when is it the units, like my brain just can't keep up, especially when they say like Korean version, because I see Korean version and immediately think it's just going to be XOK, but that's not the case. It's just the Korean version of the song. It's a lot, you know, it's a lot to keep up with. Like I think it's awesome, but my brain is slow. It also doesn't help that it's really hot at the moment, so my brain is even more slow. But yeah, anyway, that was great. Wolf is great. It's very iconic. Obviously probably not my absolute favorite EXO song, but it is very cool, and that hook is catchy as hell. So you gotta respect a catchy hook. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into GROWL.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. 나 혹시 몰라 경고하는데 잘 들어. 지금 위험해. So dangerous.
I love it. Like that bit of instrumental is so familiar. It is nice to watch MVs and be able to see my bias line. That was the one thing that I struggled with only reacting to the EXO-K MVs, was the fact that Chen is zooming on my bias line. That was a little crumping move that they threw in there. That was pretty cool. They've thrown in some b-boying, they've thrown in some crumping. There's all sorts going on in this choreo. Like that, where they punch into their hand. It's cool. I love it when a choreo just like kind of seamlessly infuses little details like that from different styles. Let's go. Oh, the harmonies. Oh. The camera spinning is very cool, but slightly trippy. He has such a cool voice. Let's go. The strength they need in this choreo. Let's go. Those harmonies are stunning. Oh, these ad-libs, man. Nice, that was cool. Interesting they call that an MV when it is very clearly a performance video, but that is fine. That's just me being picky. Anyway, yeah, no, that's a great song. Like I said, there's parts of that song that are just so familiar because I've seen so many covers, you know. But there's actually a lot of that song that is very, very new to me, which is awesome. And yeah, it's awesome. It's a great song, awesome choreo. I really, really like the choreo for that. Like, they look so good when they're all dancing together. Like, just that, it's just so many people just looks awesome when they all dance together. It's amazing. Anyway, final song for today then. Love Me Right. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Love that little guitar strum. Out of the 3 that which I can say, this is the one I'm the least familiar with. Ooh. Oh, this harmonies, hell yeah.
Just right, 시동에 걸어 웩셀에 발을 홀려 모든 것이 특별해 너 완전 어울려 무엇을 원하다 담아
I love a guitar strum like that. Especially when it's paired with a real deep, bassy instrumental line for the most part. Oh, we throw in some horns. Oh, so yeah, again, I do know the hook. Again, I think everyone knows this hook. Oh, that guitar is gorgeous. I love the little details of the horns. I love it when a little vocal ad-lib follows a rap line. Oh, there's synths in the back. I love the striped outfits, they're great. The aesthetics of this MV are super interesting. because it feels like we're going through like 5 or 6 different aesthetic styles. Ah, damn. They do that so well. The harmonies, the vocals all together, like, they just do it so well. Oh, those horns. This might be one of my favorite, like, singles from them, actually. Just that guitar, those horns, those vocals, the vibes. I really, really like this song. Oh, every time those horns come in. Yeah, I love that song. Love that song. Also, that went by so quickly. So quickly. I feel like I feel like that song was like 2 minutes long. But no, that was a solid 3.5 minutes worth of song. It just went by way too quickly. I was not prepared for that to end, but I really, really enjoyed that. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that might be one of my favorites of their like single releases, title tracks type of thing. I don't know, just the vibes are so good. And I mean, if you know me, if you've seen any of my videos before and seen me talk about this before, then you will know I'm a big lover of the use of brass instruments in like pop music of any kind, including K-pop, and it just makes me really happy when I hear horns being used really well, and they sounded so good in that. Just little details is coming in, just so good, just so good. It just gives it such a bright, fun feeling. Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. That was so good. That was so good. Like, obviously you can see there was like there's like a real marked difference between like you know, the first two that we were watching, this one, but I know like obviously stylistically they've changed over time, in terms of lineup they've changed and all of that, but I feel like there was a point where it just kind of like, I feel like there's just like a really distinctive boundary between like old EXO and like the EXO that is still technically older EXO, but is more in line with what we hear now, you know? Like, I feel like there's like a real stark difference, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Like they've tried so many things. They've done so many different styles in their title tracks. That much is abundantly clear, even to me who hasn't spent, you know, comparatively that much time on them. I think I've seen the vast majority of their title tracks at this point, if not all of them. And it's just it's very cool. They're just such a versatile group, and they're capable of so much, but all of them just sound very distinctly them, and it's great. It's great. I loved it. Anyway, that was a very good time. Like I said, I'm not really sure what I've got left in terms of like official music videos, like in terms of full group stuff. I know there's solo stuff that I got to check out. There may even still be a couple of unit things. I'm not 100% certain. I've got to double check. But yeah, I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do next, whether I'm going to dive into some solo stuff or do something else. I don't know. But whatever happens, it'll probably be a good time and I'll probably enjoy it. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end this one here. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.